Hello, everyone. We are Team Communicado, and this is our event ticketing platform. So, if I want to log in, and I am just going to put some random username that is not in our database yet. And as you can see that we get an invalid message. So I'm going to sign up and create a new user. And also, once the user is added to the database, the user receives a confirmation email that they have their details have been added to the Communicado database and that it is secure with us. We have set our role to customer because I am, as a customer, adding myself. So as you can see, we get a success message as well that user account has been created for Ojas Sharma. And if we go to the mail, we even receive an email. This is ojas.college@gmail.com. And we even receive that my account has been successfully created. So if I put the password, then we see that Ojas Sharma is logged in and we get a success message.
Now that a user is logged in, so we display a message that says welcome Ojas Sharma, user ID 70. And we also have a dynamic header which adjusts based on the user logged in. So we just display Ojas Sharma's account. So now the user has the option to explore events. So once you click on explore events, we display a list of all the events that are available on our website. We also give the user an opportunity to sort the events based on categories, or they can search based on like their favorite artist, or if they're looking for a particular event. So there are all these categories that are available. So let's say I want to look for a event that is based around food. So I can just search for it, and it should show me a food festival. So it's in the category of food, so that works for me. Now, if I want to get to know more about the food festival, I can simply choose to click on view. When I click on view, I get like a very general outline about the event, the capacity details, the categories, and yeah. And after that, if the user wants to see events again, they can just go back. Now, let's say I want to book an event, I want to book this music concert. So I'll just click on the book button here.
So now this is the add to cart page. Over here, the user can see his event details and the price of his event. Also, he can book multiple tickets as allowed with respect to the database. And once we increase or decrease the number of tickets, the total price also increases or decreases. He also has an opportunity to go back to the events and select some different event to book. But for now, we are going to continue booking this event itself. So when you are going to book the sevens, there we are linked to a confirmation, a payment page, wherein the user can enter his or her payment card number. So I'm just going to enter this with the CVV and the card holder's name as the user logged in. And now we are linked to the confirmation page.
So now we have given a user the confirmation that their booking was successful. Apart from displaying a very creative and fun GIF, we have also sent them a confirmation email from Communicado Events that says booking confirmation. Once we open the email, it says the name of the user, you're booking for the event, and then it displays some basic details about the event as well, such as the time, location, and the name of the event, definitely. Uh, Going back to our web page, the user has the option to go back to their booking history. So they can simply go and see a list of events that they have already booked. Uh, if they wish to see more about the event, they can again click on view, or let's say the user changes their mind and they are like, oh, I don't want to attend this event anymore. They can just simply click on delete booking. Just to be sure that the user doesn't like slip and accidentally click it, we have a check which just confirms with the user that are you sure you want to delete this booking. I'm just going to click OK to display it, and then since you have no events, it just shows you can book more. Highlighting on booking history, you can also go to your account where it displays your role, your username, your email and your address. You can also like change these details if you want. So let's say I don't live at 840 Academy Way anymore. So I can just change that to maybe something like this. Then I can just hit save, and then we just redirect the user. And yeah, the changes are reflected.
So now that we have covered the customer booking, we will be now looking at the event organizer. An event organizer for the purposes of this platform is a user who is allowed to add events, add and edit events. So logging in, we will be logging into a specific events organizer who's called MITS Event Org. Create a password, and then we will be navigated to the event organizer page. The event organizer has three functions: add event, edit event, and view all events. The first functionality which we will be covering is the add events functionality. In this page, the event organizer will be able to fill this form which has all the event details. Let us say that the event name is called Bruno Mars Concert. The event date is like 14th of June 2024 at 9 p.m. The location is Prospera Place. The capacity is 900, the category is music, and the artist is Bruno Mars, obviously. And the price is like $100. When we add this event, it is not stored directly into the database. Rather, it is sent to the admin for approval. So now we will be going over how the admin will approve the event. So logging out from this page, we will be seeing a logout confirmation page, which has a really nice GIF. And when we redirect to the home page, we will now be logging in as an admin. So an admin user has multiple functionalities. They have the options. The admin portal has multiple options to view events pending approval, rejected events, and remove an event. So when you look at an event over here, if we look at a Bruno Mars concert, we can approve an event, and what we get a confirmation dialog. And when we approve it, the event is now successfully added into a database, and we can see it over here.
So this is the system admin, which is the Django administration portal for our Communicado application. On this page, the system admin can basically look at all the booked events, customers, event organizers, events, and users, and basically add anything in them, change anything, and then delete them and make any modifications necessary. Apart from that, on this page, everything that happens in the system, like adding an event, adding a user, a new user created, everything is reflected at that very moment. So this basically is our database, but and does other functionality as well.
Okay, so now looking over the system architecture and how the entire project is set up, here we see we've mainly used Docker to install all dependencies and run it on different machines. So as you can see here, we have a visualization where this is a developer's machine, and we run Docker containers within that to run our project. And now every time I push my changes to the GitHub repository, a GitHub workflow starts for testing, but also for updating the production server. So every time this push is complete, all testing is done, and everything is successful, the GitHub Action Ubuntu server SSHs into a production server and pulls all the changes, all the new changes in the repository, and then builds this using Docker again, installs all the dependencies, and hosts the project on port 8000 of our public IP, which is what we've been showing all this time. I'll just show that to you. Okay, yeah. Here we see the IP address on port 8000. So that is basically how the architecture works. Here you can see our GitHub actions. First, every time there's a test that's run, and when this is successful, a coverage test is run. And along with that, pull on push is run, which is our main workflow for making changes on the production server. You can see it accessing the production server here. Okay, to have a look at a production server, here it is. It's hosted on DigitalOcean where you can launch it. And then you can see here you can see the scripts that are used to pull changes from GitHub and the repository itself. And on DigitalOcean, we also have the database setup. Here you can see it. Here, database MySQL, and this is basically this MySQL server, and that's how our system architecture works.